All right, y'all, let's get into this video. So it's gonna be part two of what I was saying about like a lot of times you guys think, by the way, Patreon's in the bio, but you guys think that women are hard to get or women play hard to get. There was someone in the comment section that said, I'm gonna make a whole video on this, but they said like, oh my gosh, like it's not that simple. Women are hard to get. Listen, there is, or they play games. They're gonna play games when they're not that interested, or they have medium interest. That's cool. And then if you continue to kind of like raise their interest over time and shit like that, maybe the guy they had high interest in, maybe he leaves or some shit like that. So now she's locked in with you or some shit like that. But in reality, it's like if a woman's treating you a certain way, it just means that you're not her first choice, you're not her second choice. She's not really that interested in you. That's all it is. It's not that deep. All right. Now, I'm not saying that every woman I deal with is gonna have high interest. Obviously, some women have low interest. I'm out of there. When I see signs of low interest, I'm out of there. You guys just stay in there for some reason, and you're fixated on this one chick so much, and you're obsessed with her, and she has no interest in you. All right. I go where I'm wanted. If I'm not wanted somewhere, why the fuck would I be there? Makes no sense. And a lot of you guys are doing that. A lot of you guys will be like, no, 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 I want her. No, 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 I want her. And you're not her type, right? You're not her type. You don't have any emotion. You're not doing what you need to do anyways. And you're just chasing this chick who has zero interest in you. All right. Now, if you're going back and forth pursuing a chick who has interest in you, that's a whole different thing. But a lot of you guys are just chasing a chick who has no interest. So of course she's gonna play games because she likes the attention, but she doesn't like you. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Because if she likes you, she's gonna make it happen. Like when girls want you, they're gonna send you a message like, "Hey, I want you to fuck me" or some shit like that. Like y'all see the screenshots on the Patreon. Like that's the reality of when a woman wants you. All right, simple, simple, simple. So let's get into the video right now.
I don't see how y'all niggas be sitting there trying to chase a woman all like for fucking what? Like when y'all be trying to go after these hard to get women and then like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're telling me this woman flaked on you twice and you're still trying to convince her to go on a date with you? You're begging this woman to spend your own hard-earned money? You're fucking slow, dude. I would never in my life do no shit like that. That's some corny ass shit. I'm telling you off the bat. Bitch, if I'm trying to see you and you're playing hard to get, guess what? I just won't get you. Guess what? You're not got. You're not got by me. I promise to God on that one. It's no world where I'm sitting here trying to convince a woman to let me take her on a date. I'm sorry. In my eyes, no one is that special. What the fuck are we talking about? If push come to shove, I'll just go find someone else who wants me to take them out and it's gonna play real fucking easy, all right? This hard to get? Nah, you around me, you gotta be easy to get, all right? I'm not doing no hard to get shit. Not in this year, bro.
Hey, straight up facts, man. Straight up facts. Like the hard to get shit, like I told you guys. All right. When a woman wants you, she's easy to get. When she doesn't want you, she's hard to get. She plays hard to get. Simple shit. All right. And this is where the abundance mindset comes in. And this is where just experience in general comes in. A lot of you guys are scared of touching the grass, all right? Touching the grass, going outside and actually living, going outside talking to people, right? You guys have one experience with a woman and then you're like, you know what, this is how all women are, right? Instead of having thousands of experiences and making observations and then learning from your homeboys too, right? A lot of you guys just stay inside all day and you watch videos. You might be watching Clavicular, you might be watching, some Black Pillars or some shit like that, and you're like, yeah, that's how it is, that's how it is. However, you haven't even worked on yourself, number one, and you haven't even talked to a woman in like 10 fucking years, or maybe 5 years, or ever. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys I've talked to on the phone and they're virgins and they think they know about women, or they comment in the comment section, they have no profile picture and they're a virgin, or they only had one girlfriend, they're talking about women like they don't know anything. All right. In reality, like I said, you start getting your shit together, you start getting motion. Guess what? When you're actually on your purpose, guess how you're gonna feel? You're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm comfortable being alone, I'm comfortable with this, I'm comfortable with that. So you'll be able to have that abundance mindset. A lot of you guys are like, oh my God, if she doesn't hit me back, like I don't know what to do. I need her on Saturday night. And you're giving out that energy, and then she's like, oh, what the fuck? And like in reality, y'all, like you need to be comfortable being alone. All right, that's the issue a lot of you guys have. Like, why do you hate your company so much? Do you hate yourself that much that you don't want to be alone? Like, y'all, if a girl says no to you, you guys like panic and you're like, oh my God, what the fuck? And you go into like this depression and you don't do what you need to do. Like, are you serious right now? Like, it's not that deep. If one chick rejects you, that's good. That means she wasn't interested. All right, and it's very important that a lot of you guys have clear intentions, or not clear intentions. Well, yeah, be intentional, of course, but you guys like know her intentions up front. Like if you're going back and forth with a chick for like 2 months and you're like, damn, bro, we tried to link up for a date and she don't want to link. It doesn't take 2 months to link with someone that you actually want to be with. You see what I'm saying? It would be 2 days, maybe even 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? That's not how this shit works. They just weren't interested enough in the first place. All right. So if a chick isn't interested in you, if she's not like trying to see you, you know what I mean? Or if you try to set a date and she's like, oh, I don't know. Or if she flakes on you once. This flaking on twice shit is crazy. Like he said, some chicks are flaking twice on you guys. You guys are trying to set up a date just to pay for it. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? If a chick flakes once, I'm out of there, bro. That's all I need to see. All right, because actions speak louder than words. It just does. Now, I've had scenarios where a chick will flake on me or whatever, and I'll be like, okay, well, I guess she doesn't want me. Then I'll be dating her friend or some shit. You know what I mean? And I start talking to her friend, and then all of a sudden she'll hit me up, and she'll be like, "Oh, hey, like we're supposed to go on a date. I was busy that day. This is that." And now all of a sudden she has interest. Nah, nigga, you ain't spinning the block, bro. I'm out of there. You see what I'm saying? I'm out of there. But the reality is, the issue is, like, a lot of you guys have way too much desperate energy, and you are scared to be alone. Like I said, you guys cannot spend time by yourself. Like we all have a phase in our life, right? You'll learn this when you get older, but we're all gonna have a phase in our life where we just need, to work on ourselves, like, for real. We might be fatter than we want to be. We might be less aesthetic than we want to be. Our finances might not be where they want to be, right? We're in too much debt. We're not making as much as we want to make, so we're making a career change. So we're locking in. We're studying for the certification, right? And we're not getting the chicks we want. We go into those moments where it's like, okay, since I want to improve all these things, I need to shut down everything I'm doing. Let me delete the dating apps, right? So I can lock in, right? Let me not be scrolling on Instagram and TikTok 24/7. Let me be intentional with my time, all right? And let me find out who I really want to be. Let me write down my vision and follow that vision and be intentional with everything that I do. Once you start to do that, you really, really find yourself, all right? You start to find yourself, and then you get comfortable being alone, all right? The thing is, like, it's always some kind of power dynamic in relationships, right? Whoever is more comfortable alone, or whoever is willing to walk away, is always going to have the power. Right? I'm not saying that you're aiming to do that. I'm just saying that's how it is. And when you spend enough time alone, you get comfortable being alone. It's like you start saying no more because you value your peace, you value your time. All right. Like, for example, when I really locked in, started paying off my debt, started really getting lean, started really locking in, paying attention to my health, and be like, you know what? It's not just the macros, it's also the micros, and just locking in on everything. And I'm like, yo, I want better options. And I was getting better options. Then I was like, I don't want to spend time with them. I want to, just do my own thing. I'm comfortable being alone. So if a chick flakes on me, I know that means she's not interested. I mean, and I know there's another chick out there who wouldn't flake, or another chick would be like, oh, I'll do whatever, or we can meet up whenever, type shit. So the thing is, when you actually, and this is why I always recommend you guys level up so your environment can level up too. Because when you start to see your friends only deal with chicks who are showing interest first, that's going to make it easier for you to recognize what it looks like. All right. When a chick has high interest. So, for example, if, like I said, if a chick flakes on me, I know that she's not interested because I've had multiple scenarios where it's like women are willing to fly out, women are willing to rearrange the schedule. I even had a girl take off of work just to see me or whatever, that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Or she'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. I know I'm working today and I know I'm working tomorrow, but I want to see you bad enough that I'll just fucking, after work, I'll come see you. Like, I've had those situations, so I know what actual interest looks like. Because in reality, if I message 5 chicks, right, and they're all 2 hours away, three of them might be like, oh, it's too far, we can't do it. One of them might be like, oh, it's not that bad, but I can't tonight. Another one will be like, oh no, 2 hours is nothing. I could drive over there and I could cook for you. That's what'll happen. All right. And by the way, I'll talk about in the Patreon, like, signs of that a woman isn't as interested in you as you think, like low interest, medium interest, high interest. There's very obvious signs, you know what I mean? Because you could be dealing with a chick, you could be cracking a chick, and she could have medium interest, low interest, or something like that. It might just be like, her man's out of town, or she's on a break or some shit like that. You know what I mean, with her boyfriend, shit like that. But I'll put that in the Patreon because that's pretty important as well. But anyways, like, the reality is, when you get comfortable being alone, right, and you deal with more situations, and you realize that there's abundance of women out there, all right, you realize that you got options because you locked in and did what you needed to do, then it's gonna be easier for you to really, sit back and be like, oh, this girl's not interested. Let me just move on. Because y'all be getting so emotional with these chicks. A lot of men are more emotional than the women are these days, and it's not even close. Like, the woman be like, oh, I don't want him, cut him off, ghost him. And the men be like, oh my God, she ghosted me. What the fuck? Luther, help me. I'm like, bro, aren't you a grown ass man, bro? Aren't you a grown ass man? Get your shit together and move on, bro. It's not that big of a deal. That's like, when you don't have abundance, guess what? When you don't have abundance, you're never gonna make it out here. And like I said, a lot of you guys get emotional in the comments too and be like, I don't want to play all these games. Blah 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 blah. There are no fucking games when you're just locked in. All right, there are no games when you're locked in, because the games that chicks are playing with you, right? The games that chicks are playing with you to disrespect your game from chicks is because you don't respect yourself and you're allowing that shit. Because, like I said, if a chick flakes on you and you continue to pursue her, you double text or you triple text, or you keep trying to find new days that are open, or you're like, oh, I'm open, I'm available every day. You're chasing, right? You give her all the power in that situation. But also, that just means you don't respect yourself, because when someone disrespects you, you continue to have them in your life. When someone disrespects me, I remove them from my life. So if a chick is like, oh, I can make it this day, and then she flakes, she disrespects my time like that, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's okay. I'm just not gonna. I'm just never ever gonna text her again. Right? I'm never gonna text her again. If I see her in person, I'm not even making eye contact. I'm just moving on to the next. There's way too many. Like there's way too many people on earth for that shit. You see what I'm saying? It's not that. It's not that deep. Every chick has their phone 24/7. So if they're texting back late, they don't fucking like you, bro. Simple. If a chick is flaking on you, she doesn't like you. She's not busy. That family emergency, that homework assignment, that her. I have all. Listen, there's a list of emergencies they use. It's a family emergency. It's a homework assignment. It's oh my god, I just got in an accident. Like oh my god, or shit like that. You feel me? Or it's my grandma's calling. Or my friend's calling. It's always goofy shit, right? Because if you look at her story, she'll be in the club or some shit, right? Or she'll be hanging out with friends, or she'll be on a date with somebody else. Simple shit. So you need to realize like that you need to have abundance mindset and stop letting these chicks try you, man. Like you're a grown ass man, have an abundance mindset, be comfortable being alone. When you're comfortable being alone, you're not gonna deal with bullshit, right? You guys deal with bullshit because you are so desperate. You are so desperate to not be alone. Like that's why you guys deal with bullshit. All right. And then you guys are so desperate to be alone that you ignore red flags and you just pick the first chick that comes to you, even though she might be cheating on you and disrespecting you 24/7. Simple shit. So listen, lock the fucking work on yourself and everything else will come. A lot of you guys are like, no, I've been working on myself. I've been working on it. And your hairline's fucked up. Your beard is disconnected. You're 20% body fat. What have you been working on, bro? What are you working on? Clearly not yourself. Do you know what yourself means? It means you, nigga. Like, I'm not talking about your avatar in video games. Work on yourself. All right? Simple shit.